Well, hello people in the world of YouTube. I am now in the valley. I'm going to be running around Donner Lake. I've got my running shorts on. I'm ready to rock. This is a little pond right near Donner Lake, and it's kind of cool because it has some ice like partially out there. There might be a ton of snow on this, so I might not be able to fully run. Yeah, but let's see what happens. I'm probably not going to be able to, well, I always say I'm not going to run very far, then I end up doing just that. My feet are gonna be totally soaked. It didn't look like there's any snow from the parking area. Oh boy, was I wrong. Well, this isn't too bad out here on this snowmobile trail. At least I'm not like sinking in. It is definitely slippery all over. This could be like a real ankle killer. That's for sure. But I'm not even really out here to run. I'm just trying to blow off some actual stress. You know when you get really good news and then you get really negative on top of it, and you're trying to decide, do you do what's best in your mind for you, or do you do what's best to keep others happy? I'm pretty sure I've already committed to doing what will make me happy rather than other people. And it feels like it will cost me. But, you know, people tell me to do one thing and I'm always doing the opposite. And if it took them over 40 years and haven't figured it out yet, then I don't know. It's stressful. But also kind of like the dream scenario happened this morning, and like I'm super excited about that, but then again very stressed about the people in my life. Well, through the trees, the forest, to Donner Lake. Normally the water is probably up to right here, right where the stick is, the water line, but you can't see along the beach. So it's definitely really low, and I think it's going to stay that way due to not having much snow, sadly. It is nice to be out here just kind of jogging, walking through the snow all day. It's just been stressed like I want to throw up. And the problem is, like, those of us, I think, who deal with anxiety, we can ponder on ideas forever and just let it completely stress us out, and then live life just wishing that we've made like better decisions, like for our health and our mental stability, whatnot, instead of just taking action. And that's kind of what I'm just trying to do, like just take action, deal with the consequences, get through it. It'll make you stronger in the end. I mean, that's what I'm hoping on anyways. I think next Monday the channel might be a little different. But I'm at least, I'm more excited, I think, than not, and like anxious. But because like I don't deal well with being happy, I don't really know how to handle that as well. And so then I let the anxiety overpower anything that's actually good. When in reality, I mean, there's a lot really good about life. I mean, like, just the fact that I'm as active and flexible and healthy at 44, I think is pretty solid. There's only like a few key missing elements, and I think it all like would click right in nicely. Where I'm standing right here on this little like shelf of sand, this is typically like neck level deep water. So it's cool just being able to kind of come out here. But boy, I really hope that there's enough snow melt to get the lake up to at least somewhat normal levels. Otherwise, it's gonna be kind of a miserable summer. Well, not bad, you know, but not optimal. What's like terrible for us is probably like amazing for most people in the country. This is like such a spoiled place in the world. You know, like growing up, I've always been told like, oh, Jeff, you gotta think rationally. You're irrational. And it's like, if we lived in a purely rational world, how boring would that be? Is it rational to get married? To have kids? I mean, just have that responsibility and like just the amount of debt that it takes to raise a child or afford a wedding, you know, when most weddings end up, or marriages end up failing, yet we still keep making these decisions which are technically irrational. You know, we go out to drink and we're basically poisoning our bodies, but with that comes togetherness, connection with other people, making new friends. But at the heart of it, it's all irrational thought. Like, why would you even go out to eat? It's just, it costs you triple the price, but it's irrational. Really having anything nice in this world is. And it's kind of like just the thought, like, how long do we just live in like this gray zone of just existence rather than pursuing real passions? Like, it's totally irrational just to even make these videos. They don't make me any money, and like the outcome is totally unknown. But does it bring me an outlet and some kind of a joy to like share something with the world? Whereas otherwise I would be stuck in my own little box and not be able to reach anyone. So maybe the irrational thing is sometimes the rational, and that's why God put us here. I mean, it was probably pretty irrational to put life on a planet and then create like a harsh environment to survive, and anger and sadness pain and death into the world. So I don't think there's really anything rational. And I suppose that we just have to make our own decisions and deal with the fact that maybe we're not making the best choice, but maybe for the heart, it is the right choice. Getting a little deep thought there. I don't know, maybe that probably doesn't even make any sense. I'm just kind of going off of living a life of fear, I guess, of like speaking my true thoughts and intentions, and afraid of judgment. And I'm not really even my own person. So I'm just kind of living as like a mask for someone else. It's just crazy that I even care about what other people even think. I should be the freest person in existence in reality, because at times I'm just like, I wish I would have just died up in those mountains. You know, it's like kind of a short term, but still those thoughts come. And if you have those ideations, I'm like, why the fuck should I even care? It really blows my mind that I even put so many people's emotions and what they think, when at times I'm like, I didn't want to be here. And so, when in reality, you know what, I should just be like, I don't give a shit. I could be out there drinking, doing drugs, you know, maybe living for the immediate moment now, having a really good time. But I never forget about tomorrow and the day after and the weeks and months where I want to be. I just have this drive to think so far in advance, but also wish that there was no future. And I guess that's what kind of like keeps me like on the straight and narrow in a way. Like building up a YouTube channel, I guess. Working hard. But the thing is, I'm coming to realize is like, it's so hard to do that day after day by yourself, and then think about like the months ahead that are also doing the same thing by yourself. I could put more effort perhaps into the dating life and stuff, but man, I just haven't arrived to anywhere even remotely close to being a suitable match for someone. Well, that really seems like a hell of a talk. 4 miles in, I was not expecting to word vomit so much in my life. But you know, I guess we all gotta get it out somehow. And whether it's to a camera, to the wall, I don't know, on the phone to someone, with a friend or family member, I suppose we all need to vent it out. Otherwise, it doesn't get any better. It probably just gets worse. But I got a little bit more of this run in me, so we're gonna keep it going. Run out some of the anxiety, stress, depression, and just keep it moving forward one step at a time, as cliche as it is. kefir. It's got like this really acidic taste to it, but after a while you kind of get used to it, and then it's actually tastes pretty good. It's kind of the consistency that gets you, because it's like drinking a bunch of goop. Like if you let your whole milk or half and half kind of get clumpy, and then you just drink it straight. That's kind of what it's like. Oh, so refreshing. Not really, but it's a good source of protein. Like I don't know what they're probiotics. I wanted to say antibiotics, but probiotics, protein, fat, everything that an active person needs. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.